Hello everyone and welcome back. And Fianchetto the bishop. Castles, grabbing more space in the center. A developing move. Pawn captures, knight captures. Pawn captures, knight captures, pawn captures. Bishop captures, and check. Queen captures, and check. A developing move. Fighting for the center. Simply developing. Pawn captures. Knight captures, bishop captures. And check. Pawn captures, fighting for the center. Pawn captures, bishop captures, rook captures, grabbing more space in the center. With a pin on the king. And check. With a pin on the king, rook captures, simply developing, rook captures, and check. Rook captures. And check, black 1. A developing move, pawn captures, knight captures. Trying to control the center. Knight captures, queen captures. Castles. Bishop captures, knight captures, queen captures, knight captures, queen captures, and check. Knight captures. And check. Queen captures, pinning the enemy king, knight captures. Trying to control the center. Pinning the enemy king, a developing move, and check. And check, grabbing more space in the center. With a pin on the king. Rook captures, bishop captures, and check. Bishop captures, queen captures, white 1. White 1. Castles. And Fianchetto the bishop, simply developing, castles. A developing move. Simply developing. Pawn captures, queen captures, pinning the enemy king, queen captures. Pinning the enemy king. Queen captures, rook captures, and check. A developing move. Knight captures, queen captures. A developing move, with a pin on the king. Simply developing. Bishop captures, pawn captures, rook captures, with a pin on the king, trying to control the center. And check, white 1. Castles. And Fianchetto the bishop, a developing move, castles. Bishop captures, pawn captures. Pawn captures, bishop captures, fighting for the center, bishop captures, rook captures, simply developing. Rook captures, and check, knight captures, queen captures, rook captures, fighting for the center. Simply developing, trying to control the center. Simply developing. Grabbing more space in the center. Knight captures, pawn captures, grabbing more space in the center. Rook captures. Grabbing more space in the center. Pawn captures, pawn captures. Simply developing. Trying to control the center. The game ended in a draw. Castles, castles. A developing move. Simply developing. Bishop captures, pinning the enemy king. Rook captures, a developing move. Knight captures, pawn captures, bishop captures. A developing move. Pinning the enemy king. Simply developing. Rook captures, rook captures. Bishop captures, and check. And check. White won. Bishop captures, pawn captures, castles, grabbing more space in the center. Pawn captures. Knight captures. A developing move. Queen captures, pinning the enemy king. Rook captures. Fighting for the center. Castles. A developing move. Simply developing. Pawn captures, and check. Pawn captures, simply developing. Bishop captures, rook captures, simply developing. Rook captures, and check. Knight captures. Simply developing. And check. Pawn captures, pawn captures. The game ended in a draw. Castles. And fianchetto the bishop. Bishop captures, and check. Knight captures. Castles. A developing move. Bishop captures, queen captures, a developing move. Pawn captures, pawn captures. Pawn captures, pawn captures, bishop captures. Pawn captures, bishop captures. A developing move. Simply developing. Rook captures, simply developing. Queen captures, pinning the enemy king. Simply developing. Knight captures, bishop captures, grabbing more space in the center. Bishop captures, queen captures, rook captures. Queen captures, pawn captures. Rook captures, grabbing more space in the center. Rook captures, pawn captures, white won. Castles, knight captures. Grabbing more space in the center. Bishop captures, with a pin on the king. Pawn captures, pawn captures. Queen captures, and check. Simply developing. A developing move. Pawn captures, and check. A developing move. And check. Pawn captures, fighting for the center. Bishop captures. And check. Knight captures. Pawn captures, and check. Rook captures. Bishop captures, rook captures, and check. Grabbing more space in the center. White 1.